Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Florida State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Here's the handoff. The ball squirts free. Bounced right back to them.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. This is a designed run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
You love as a head Coach, to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And both of these teams love to use the tight end, Jesse, and they do it very well.
And both of these quarterbacks know who their go-to guy is. It's the tight end, as you just mentioned, Reese. These guys find ways to get open, and they make their quarterbacks look good.
Oh, they make them look real good. Big, strong bodies, can catch the football, can make plays after the catch. The modern tight end position just continues to expand.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Working the middle, it's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. And the Hokies are on the move. He wants to throw. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The run from the shotgun. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying play action. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Looking for a block. It's Cochran. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed.
The ball is out behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender,
hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Fires on the move. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Give to the running back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And those guys that I think of, too, with Warwick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This quarterback part of their running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Seminoles get it past the sticks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, no! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise...
And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows that. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. They get him down after he makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Zings it complete to the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Fast motion from the offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Touchdown Seminoles! And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Running back searching for a hole. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Power football with the run. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And the beatdown has ensued. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. He's right on target. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, no! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
They'll throw it on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. On the move, it's Cochran. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good.
Afterburners coming. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Nevada. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Soft spot in the middle. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Turns it on at midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. The Noles with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the bat. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
1st down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's going to go down as time has run out. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now